Mi gente de YouTube, que lo que? Opening day, so I got my Red Sox jersey on, even though we lost, but it's all good. Today, we are making some arroz con gandules. I got my Platano here, Platano Maduros, with Chuleta, pork chop. So, first things first, I seasoned this overnight. I forgot to record it, but pretty basic. I put some adobo. Don't be afraid when you're seasoning your stuff. Season it with flavor, because remember, this has no flavor when you buy it at the supermarket. It has no salt, nothing, so season without being scared. Then I add the Sazon Goya con Culantro y Achiote, okay? That way you give it a nice color. And Sofrito, Sazon. People call it different things. I'm gonna show you guys later on the video how to make that. It's just a bunch of vegetables and other things to give it a nice, really good flavor. So I'll make another video for that. First things first, I have my oven going at 425 because when I'm gonna fry one pork chop, I'm gonna bake the other. I try to stay away from the fried foods. I also got the pan going with the oil that I'm gonna use to fry the pork chop. I have it on medium because I don't want it to put it super hot because I don't want my pork chop to burn. When it fries, I want it to fry nice and slow. I also got my pot of rice and beans going on high because what we're gonna do first is throw the gandules in here. So first, this has some liquid, so you want to dump out the liquid. Some people like keeping the liquid. On some of the beans, regular beans, I like keeping the liquid, but not on this one. So do this, and then I rinse it out. Basically, we're gonna let this fry for a bit. All right, so you want to come on over so everybody can get to see this at home. Be careful because it is gonna spike up. Okay. So we got this. We're gonna grab one packet of the Sazon Goya, and then we also got this chicken Bouillon. We're gonna grab a packet and a half of this, and the Adobo. Alright, so you're just gonna throw this in. And season. So, season the Adobo. Usually on rice you wanna add salt, but since I'm adding all this stuff to it, we're not gonna need to add salt to this Adobo Gandules. So here's one packet. And then the chicken bouillon, here's a packet and a half. This thing has a really good taste to it, so this is gonna give the rice an amazing taste. So after you add everything, with your spoon you just wanna mix up all the flavors. The adobo, as you saw, I just went and covered all the gandules with the adobo. We may need to add some more later, but it's always to be under salt than over salt. That's what my mom always tells me. So there you go, that's mixed in there. We're gonna let that fry for a bit. Now we're gonna head on over to the rice. This whole meal. So the rice, we're just gonna wash it. I already washed it once, so I'm just gonna wash it one more. Basically, I have 3 cups of rice here. And the struggle with rice is it either comes out too hard or too wet. My mom taught me a secret. So basically, if you make 1 cup of rice, you just want to put 1 cup of water to cook it in. If you make 2 cups of rice, 2 cups of water. We're going to do that. As you can see here, I also have some cilantro too. I love cilantro. We're going to throw this in the rice. It's going to give it a really, really good taste. Okay, so now we're going to head back over here. We're going to let that cook for a little bit. We're going to let that cook for a little bit. We're going to chop up these Maduros. So, I like making them thin, and then I also slit them in an angle like this, because then they cook so much better. So something like that. So in my last video you saw the green plantain, how I cut it. To open it, you basically open this one the same way. Different in flavor is that this is sweet, so it's really, really good. It's going to complement this meal really, really well. So you just want to keep on going in that pattern. And I have the pan of this on already on low. This cooks rather quickly, so this I'm just gonna save for last. The rice I'm gonna do first because that's what's gonna take the longest. You're looking at probably 25-30 minutes altogether to get this meal done. Okay, so checking on my beans. Alright, so if you want to come on over, I'm ready to throw the rice in. And it already smells delicious in here. Alright, so once you throw the rice in, you just want to mix everything all together because you want to get all that flavor on the rice of what I season. Bam. So you just want to keep mixing until you see the rice takes all the color. And through this whole process, you want to leave this on high. Bam, so it looks like you want to get all of it there. Now 3 cups of rice could feed about 7 people. I always say like roll it down. 1 cup of rice feeds 2 to 3 people. I was gonna say 2.5 people. That makes no sense. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna use the same thing. I'm gonna put 3 cups of water. That way I can just get the rest of the rice that's stuck there. So here's 1. So basically what you can do, if you use the cup to choose how much, so you choose how much rice you want to use, that's fine. Just the same amount of rice you put in, is the same amount of water you put in. Okay, so you use the same tool. So you just go ahead, fill that up there. It smells delicious in here. I don't know if you heard my stomach is growling already. And it's just the rice. So imagine when we put everything together. Alright, so you want to get that, mix it a little bit more. Alright. Make sure all the rice is under. Then I'm going to grab the cilantro. And I'm going to put like the leaves in there. Oh, looks like I got some water in the oil. Once you get the leaves in there, you want to mix it up again. I'm making a mess here. So that way it can get in the rice, and the rice can soak up the flavor. I'm telling you, this is an important part to make this rice taste good. Not everyone does this. You don't have to do this, but this is something my mom taught me. So some people are going to be like, why is he doing that? Some people are going to be like, ooh, good idea. Just try it out. Alright. So, again, it's still on high, the stove. I think you heard that one. Alright. So what I like to do is just cover it up, because we're going to let it boil, but we're going to keep our eye on this. Because once the water starts to dry out, we're going to go ahead and switch it and put it to like that's more on that. We want to switch it to like low, and then let it steam from there. All right. So we'll be right back. We're gonna let that cook for a little bit, and then we'll go ahead and start our pork chops. See you guys in a bit. All right. So this is starting to boil. Okay, as you can see, you don't want to keep opening this because you want to like let that smoke, leave that smoke in there so it could steam. So I just opened it real quick just to check it. So in about 2 minutes or so, it's going to be ready so I could lower down the heat. Alright? So now what we're going to do is, I'm going to put one of my pork chops in the oven, because this is going to probably take like 20 minutes or so. 15-20 minutes. So I have it on the oven at 425. And let me grab this one. Alright, I like to spray it because, one, it helps it not stick, and then also, once it's in the oven, it like fries up a little bit. So I use like a non-stick oil, coconut oil. And I just like rubbing the Sofrito on it there. All right. If you don't want to make your own sofrito, you can buy some at the grocery store, but it just doesn't taste as good. All right. So here's the first one. Going in the oven. We'll check it after 15 minutes. All right. So now the second one. This is a scary one, okay? Because this is with the pan. Because it is like liquidy. It is gonna pop up. So I hope y'all ready to get burned a little bit. Got my armor. Oh jeez, I hate this part. It's so worth it. Ready? Grab it like this. Oh, secret. So it doesn't get on the floor. Grab the cap. Put it on the cap. Alright? And you don't want to throw it in there, you want to slide it in there, because if you throw it, then the oil is really going to get on you, okay? So, not too bad. And then also you want to cover it. One, so the oil doesn't get all over your counter, and two, so it could just cook really well, because it'll like vape in there. So, I got the heat probably a little bit over medium. That way it could slow cook, same amount of time, like 10 minutes on one side, 10 minutes on the other, and cook really well. So it's not going to be crispy burnt, it's just going to be a good fry. So now, check on the rice. There you go. So all the water's gone. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to scrape it all off the edge there. And that's the color you want too. You don't want it orangey, you don't want it too white. Alright, so cover. And I'm going to put it like low. Not super low, but pretty close to super low. And then we're going to leave it there until the rest of the food is done. Don't go and open the rice all the time, okay? Because like I said, it's going to let out the steam. So we're just going to leave it like that. We're going to check it in 15 minutes just to turn it inside out, close it back for the remainder of the time, okay? So we want everything cooking. The Maduros, like I said, we're going to leave for last. As you can see, I got like a tablespoon of oil. You don't want to deep fry it. I said a tablespoon. I probably got like 3 tablespoons there. You don't want to deep fry it. You just want to fry it nice and slow. So we'll do that closer to the end. We'll be right back. I'm ready for a pork chop. So like I said, be careful. It might bounce. Also, when you take out the cap, I like taking it out quick because this has like, because of the steam, it has like water, so you don't want it to go crazy. So you want to do that and turn it around. Woo! I broke my own rule, so just be careful. Now I'm turning down the heat. It has a nice brown color to it, and I'll show you guys the end result once we're done. All right? So there's that. I turned that around, so you want to be very careful. I still got on my tongue. And then, since like I said, we're getting to the home stretch, I'm gonna start cooking these. So you want to slide these in too. And this I have on medium heat because you don't want this to burn. And you want to cook this until it gets to a nice yellowish brownish color. There we go. Alright, so we're going to let that sit in there for about 2-3 minutes and we'll be ready. So I put my second batch of Maduros there. As you can see, this is the color you're looking at, okay? You don't want it burned, but it's like a nice crispy brown. Alright, now my rice has been in here for a good amount of time. I'm going to go ahead, remove that. That's beautiful. And you just want to, like I said, inside out. So now the part that was outside could be inside and get some steam, like my mama says. Que coja humo. Alright, and then at this point we want to try the rice. I left the adobo out because I might need more adobo. We'll take a look. I'm not lying to y'all, like, this is good. Just follow directions, it'll taste good. Alright, so we're going to cover that back up. rice is good to go. We're just gonna wait on this. My pork chop has probably about 4 more minutes to go, and then we're gonna throw everything on the plate. The fried pork chop is done, so it finished quicker. And the first 5 minutes, I took a look. It was brown. Turned it around, put it for another 5 minutes, took it out. And what I like doing, I like wrapping it up in a napkin like this, so it's not too oily when you serve it. So let me show you guys the color. See, like that's a nice color right there. Not burnt, you know, crazy. It's just a nice brown color, and it's cooked well. All right, so I'm gonna leave that in there. All right, and then sometimes what I do, once the oil stops soaking out, I throw it in the oven. So that's actually what I'm gonna do, just to keep it warm for the person that's gonna eat it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, give the rice about a couple more minutes for the Maduros to finish cooking, frying. And then once these Maduros are done, my pork chops will be done in the oven. And then we'll put the plate together, and it'll be time to eat. So it's been about 5 minutes since we last spoke. There's my pork chop. See how beautiful that looks? That's a perfect color. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on my plate. And our rice should be done. Okay, now, at this point, if your rice is hard still, what you want to do is add some water and get water all over everything, and just leave it in there for a little bit more with the same heat. Now, if your rice is too wet, rest in peace. You know, you can do about that. But no, this came out beautiful. Like my mom always says, "Tapo quedó lindo." Very nice. All right, so I'm just gonna bring this over. You serve as much as you want. As you can see, the cilantro like shrunk in there. So the fried pork chop, baked pork chop. You can tell the difference in color there. And now, something else I don't know if I mentioned, the plátanos, I also put it in here so it could just soak up the oil as well. That way it's not oily either. So the moment of truth, let me grab a knife. I hope it tastes good. And even if it tastes bad, I still won't tell you. I'll make pretend it tastes good. So, it tastes good. I hope. So, rice. Make sure it's not hot when you taste it. That's good. Plátano. Can't really mess up on this because you don't season it. You just let it go yellow. Now, ooh, there, it's really good. It's really sweet. Really good. Now, a little pork chop. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for cooking with me today. You have a good night. Make sure you like and subscribe this video. Share with your friends.